Good afternoon. Um, so this is day 1 of week 2 of the dry fast. About 12:30, close to 1 o'clock. I just want to do my lunchtime check-in to see how I'm feeling. And so this is the first day of the next week of dry fasting. And so I feel okay. I don't have anything that's like, biting your nails and be like, oh my gosh, but I just remember this morning I had like a little, pain in my side. You kind of like are paranoid for any little thing that happens. But not to the point where I get, where I raise my stress levels. That's one thing I try to keep down is my stress levels. And again, I think what helps me is working from home. My children are older. They don't need me. They're sort of around the house and, making a lot of noise, but they're doing their own thing because, they're, a couple of them are grown. So I don't have anything that sort of raises a lot of stress, except for if something comes up while I'm working at my desk. So keeping my stress level down, paying attention to anything that might make me kind of feel weird or anything like that. Mouth is not dry, but again, I was drinking water, last night. Like I said, I was taking my supplements, and then I was, drinking water, eating fruit. I had protein, all of that. So besides keeping my stress down, what else am I? Obviously, I'm not exercising. I'm not exerting myself. Keeping a positive attitude. And this is different. And one of the reasons why it's different is because I knew going in, I was going to have to keep myself in a state of calm, not letting a lot of things bother me. So definitely stay off of forums and Discord, servers, because some people just brand new. Some people are in a state of stress while they're fasting because they've not only had to give up their addiction like mine, which is sugar, but they've had to give up coffee. They've had to give up, other things that they're addicted to. And this causes stress because I don't have to worry about food. It's the most calming thing. It's not like a water fast where you're constantly triggered. Your digestion is thinking that you're constantly getting ready to get something to eat because you're drinking, whether it be coffee, water, electrolytes, whatever it is. It's so much easier to say, no, we can't eat right now. And it's like telling a toddler, telling your toddler self, no, Lisa, you can't eat right now. Feels so much easier to accept when Mama Lisa says that than if I'm drinking something off and on all day, and then I'm hungry, and then I say, no, you can't have that. It's like I feel like I'm being tortured, and that's the difference. So my people's done drove back up. They're gonna be wondering like why I'm sitting out here. So I just want to clock in. It's lunchtime. I feel great. I'll clock back in later to see how I feel, at nighttime. Okay. Hey everybody. It is 7:30. Just checking back in. So far, first day, dry fast. It's been pretty good. This is typical. I would have started eating if I was doing like 18-6 or something like that, the 24 diet. I would have stopped eating by now, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock would have been the end of my eating time. So I just mentally just didn't eat and going about my night, the way I would have after I would have finished my last, meal. But it's a constant reminder because you're training yourself, because you're going to be doing something over a period of time, and you don't have the luxury of your of you don't have the luxury of your body just turning off a desire for food. For you might not get that until the third or fourth day. So the first couple of days, you're gonna sort of battle with the triggers, and maybe even after that, the fifth day, you're gonna battle with the triggers, and then you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna do it all over again. At least that's what I'm doing. Me, not you, me. At least that's what I'm doing, and I'm committed to it. But it's a moment by moment commitment. If I'm not asleep, or if I'm not burning ketones. I don't care how good I'm feeling. I don't care how wonderful or elated or euphoric I'm feeling. Those triggers are those triggers, because it's natural to want to eat if you haven't eaten. That's how a body stays alive, and you're denying it so that it'll burn fat instead. It'll burn your fat instead. And so having those triggers in place, or having that mindset in place, having the mindset in place that it's a moment by moment, hour by hour type thing, and you sort of just get it over with. That's how it is. Then when you course correct, if you're triggered, the quicker you sort of get back on course, the quicker you glance at, a sticky note that says this, or an affirmation that says, this is what this will be in 5 months. The quicker you can get your mind on that, and course correct, you'll realize that, oh, I was really in my head. Not the hunger, but the feeling of I can't do it. That was really in my head. The hunger is real, but the feeling of I can't do it. I can't, do it. I can't do this. I'm not gonna. That's in your head. That talk of I must eat. That's in your head. Because as soon as you make up your mind, within 30 seconds, I'm sort of back on course. And it's like, I'll read a magazine. I'll, go and start a conversation with someone. And if it's late enough, I'll just lay down. If it's on the weekend, I'll go lay down. And that's a benefit of sort of the way I scheduled those 2 days on the weekend, when the stress could be high, if I'm not dealing with it, the way I should be. It's the weekend, and I don't have to do anything for anybody. I don't have to go anywhere. I could be a little selfish with my time if there's no emergencies. And you need that. You need to be able to focus on your vulnerability, and that is overeating or eating the wrong foods. You need to be able to triage those moments of weakness, or those moments of mental I can't do it, and realize that it's not ghrelin. It's not because of ghrelin. Ghrelin happens naturally. But if you can ride that wave, you use your mental ability to ride that wave, then the ghrelin goes down, and you go right back into fasting mindset. You're out of the vulnerable mindset. But if you're stressed about everybody else's stuff and everything else for everybody else, it's very, very difficult. That's why something like keto was helpful for me when I did it. My children were little. There's a lot of places I had to take them, and we had to go, and there was a lot of family members I had to go and check on them and do all that. And it just wasn't enough time to think about my vulnerability. So if there needed to be food there a lot, that was one good thing about keto, because I could be low carb, but I could always sort of have food there. There was always a nice salad there. There was always, snacks that were clean, organic, didn't have carb in them. There was, there was, fibrous vegetables. There was still something there to sort of cope with the stress, putting something in your mouth. And it's low carb, and so you're not creating that inflammation that's damaging yourself. You're still doing what you want it to do. Whereas when you're fasting, there's nothing to cope with, and you have to constantly do it. Up here, you have to constantly cope. You have to tell somebody no, get somebody else to do it. You have to say, I'll do it later. You have to say, ask me tomorrow morning, when I get up, can you wait until tomorrow? You find those times where you're not vulnerable, where you can help, can this wait until, and then whatever your day that you're going to refeed. And so those are my thoughts today. I thought I was going to keep it short, but I guess I didn't. So I'll chop this up. So hopefully it won't be as long as it seemed like it was to me. But I'll check in with you tomorrow. Today was, normal first day. And we'll see how I feel tomorrow. I can't wait for, the end of the week, not so I can eat, but so that I can weigh myself to see if, I did another 7+ pounds. It's very motivating. Okay, see you. All right. Hey. So it's my day 2 midday check-in. Turn this down. Midday check-in. So far it's been a good day. Kind of like yesterday. A little bit more, well, not a little bit more, about the same amount of pangs of hunger. Sorry about that. A little bit more, pangs of hunger. No, I guess it's sort of like yesterday, but they're there. But today there was like on and off, like the little dull headache, on and off. Not that bad. The first go around, I was normally sort of getting them at the end of the night. So I'm not really sure what that means. But they go away. They're there for like a minute, and then it goes away, and you just sort of get busy, doing whatever you need to do. I could eat, but we're not going to eat. I'm not starving. I don't have that pit of your stomach starving feeling. You just get those reminders like, hey, aren't we supposed to be eating? Are we supposed to be eating something? No. And you just move on. Thirsty I am. I could drink some water. I didn't feel that way until like the 3rd day last week. So I don't know if it's catching up with me, or it's more like I'm feeling maybe a little monotonous with it. I don't like that. I want to keep it exciting. I want to keep it like on the edge of my seat, type thing. But at the same time, you kind of want the monotony of it to set in, so it becomes part of your day. Because I've got to do this for 3 months, at least, 3 months. I mean, if nothing else, 8 weeks. So I'm gonna give myself 8 weeks. I think originally I gave myself 12 weeks to see if I can do it, and not, have any type of, bad repercussions. So I'm still saying 12 weeks, but for my mind's sake, give myself permission after 2 months. Lisa, you did a good job. If you need to stop. But I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep that new idea of, hey, we're doing this. I want to keep that. But at the same time, you need for it to become part of your daily life. You get up, you don't eat, you don't drink, and you're going to do that for 5 days. You're going to go about your life. There's other things in your life besides eating and drinking. And you're going to do that for 5 days. And then 2 days, you're going to go all out with the healthiest, the most nutrient dense meals that you can have within, a 6 hour eating window, 4 to 6 hour eating window. And that's kind of how my mindset is. I need to get on back in here and finish my work. Today is Friday, and I really enjoy not having to work and fast. Some people need to work and fast, but with dry fast, I find that the ability to just kind of go and lay down on the couch or lay down in the bed at any moment, anytime you feel like it. I like that concept. Now I can do that. I work from home, but you can't I'm not just gonna leave my desk and then just, but I can do that on my breaks. So that's very convenient. If I feel like it, just go and, my 15-minute break, go lay down. Half-hour break, since I'm not eating anything, go lay down. So, that's my noonday check-in. And, I got outside. I did a little driving around, trying to get to the bank, and to the store. So that was my lunch. I didn't spend my lunch eating. But I'll check back in tonight if I'll remember. I'll check back in tonight. Y'all think my face getting small? I don't know. I can't really tell. Not the duck lips. I don't know. I don't think so. But I am still counting on that another 7 pounds on Monday night. Hey everybody. I got the fan on. It's cold in here, but I don't feel like turning off, so hope you can hear pretty good. I'm going to keep this short because I've been talking the other couple of days, but because a lot of this stuff I'm talking about is not necessarily advice, just, that cat scared me. It's not advice, it's just trying to help you see where I'm coming from for myself. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's not my cat, by the way, but I live here, so I don't have a choice. If you go back and listen, if you didn't skip over it, because it was a lot of talking, it is explaining why I'm doing it. Because if I end up doing this for the whole 3 months, 5 months, 8 weeks, however long, definitely if I end up keep doing this, eventually someone's going to ask, like, why, like what, and how were you even doing it that long? And so that part that I was talking about yesterday and maybe the day before, it was kind of explaining the progression of fasting for me. Today's that third day. It's that day where it's just like, I feel great. I have energy. I had to make myself not do stuff when I got up this morning. It's kind of waning a little bit. But I have an energy. I kind of get that on the third day. So feel good. And I'll check back in a little later. Okay. Hey y'all. So let me switch this. More of my edema has gone down on my ankles. Once again, I'm not using lotion. I am using oils, but I'm not using lotion, so we're not gonna show y'all. Just trust me. I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. And it's a sunny day out here, so I'm just soaking in, getting some vitamin D. But yeah, my ankle's getting small. I'd already kind of seen it in my wrist a little bit, but yeah. And then so that was a goal that I wanted to see, was more of that edema coming down. And so far it's a great day. This is week 2 of, my 5-day fast, and this is day 4. Got another day tomorrow, and we're gonna break it at night. We'll maybe either just water. Ooh, sorry. Maybe with just some water or electrolyte water. Bye. All right. So it is Friday. No, it's Monday, but it's the 5th day of my fast. So it's the last day of the fast this week. So, and I will be breaking the fast at 5:30 tonight because it started at 5:30. And I'll enter a picture of my fasting app in here somewhere. But just checking in. This is the midday check-in. It's around 1:30. No, it's almost 2 o'clock. I feel okay. I don't feel as good as I felt the last 4 days. But again, that happens on that 5th day. If I 100% had to, especially if I didn't have to keep working, if I had to, I could literally just lay down and just kind of like sleep it off or just scroll it off, maybe like watch TV or something like that. Because you start getting that feeling of, man, I really am thirsty. Like if I could drink something, say like, I don't know, 3 cups of, water, 3 cups of water or, something like that, and maybe put some, electrolytes in it, I could go for like another few days because, the hunger comes and goes. But once the thirst kind of sets in, and my mouth is not terribly dry, but it's dry. But once the thirst kind of sets in, it's like, but if I had to, especially if it was for, a little bit more dire medical reasons, I could. So I don't feel bad like, oh, I need to go to the hospital, or, oh, if I don't, break this fast today, something terrible is going to happen. It's more of like, I'm ready for it to be over. But again, part of my process is to understand why and what. So it's okay for me to be ready to break the fast, but why? That's my constant thing, because I have to do this for a few weeks. Why do you want to break it? And right now I really would really like to sip some water, but I only have 4 more hours. So being able to make that's wonderful, because by the time I'm off work, it's time for me to drink my broth and and have some melon and so just a little bit of something tonight, and then tomorrow I can eat for 2 days and then we're back in it. However, I want to keep that excitement, and part of that excitement is when I'm feeling down, immediately I want to know what's wrong, why, and I want to talk to myself about that. And I want to sip some water, like this is getting old. I want some water to drink. I'll go back into fasting. I got fat. I got enough fat to survive if I don't eat. But I want to always keep in the forefront of my mind not just my feelings, but why. What is it that you want? What is it that you really want? Because if you stopped everything now, everything's available. But what did you actually want? And so understanding that I can wait 4 more hours. And I ask myself, can you wait 4 more hours? And the answer is yes, to get what I want. And what I want is those 4 hours. I want those 4 more fasting hours. I want to still be making metabolic water. I want to still be burning fat. when I weigh it, that process is more important. If I just only have to wait 4 more hours, that process of making water and burning fat is more important than drinking right now. I just want it right now. And it's like, but can you wait 4 more hours? And when I think about it, yes, I can. So right now I feel okay. I don't feel good. I don't feel like doing anything but earning money right now. And that's what I'm doing. Well, I'm on my break right now, but if you weren't paying me to be up right now, I'll be in bed. But I'm being paid to be at my desk and to be on the computer right now. So that's why I'm sitting up. But I'm okay. I'm able to do that. I'm able to sit through meetings and got one more meeting. And so just wanted to check in. I'm doing good. I feel good. And I'll be back later on tonight when I break my fast, to let you know what I'm eating and get on the scale. Okay. So as y'all can see, I weighed myself because my fast is over in a few minutes. So if you remember, I started off after I gained a little bit of water weight. I started off at 223. Wow. And it went down to 214.4. Yeah, we're going to keep doing this. I know there are probably other ways to lose 9 pounds in a week, but after there's no more water weight and you still lose 9 pounds, yeah, we're going to keep doing this next week. So stay with me, and I'll have another video for week 3, probably out on the 17th. And so thanks for watching. Bye.